This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to Daily Flash. So glad to have you here. We go to Bed-Stuy, New York, where, sometimes when you want to show some love, you have to kind of realize that, we're all in this, and maybe it might not be the best way you're helping society. So there was a fire hydrant up in Bed-Stuy, New York, just outside right of Brooklyn and everything, and it had been started leaking some water. So there was this big old puddle here, right? Okay. And they keep on telling me, hey, this thing's leaking. Nobody ever does these things. It's right by the sidewalk. Well, these two guys see it and they go, hey, let's put some goldfish in there. So they went and got a goldfish, and people started coming by looking at this goldfish. I'm telling you, is in the ground. Imagine right by a fire hydrant, and the fire hydrant's feeding the water because it's leaking out. Okay. Eventually they go, this is cool. They wound up putting about 70 goldfish in there. Well, now people from everywhere, including social media, are coming by to look at this thing, and they're like, well, look at the goldfish. And if you go online and watch it, the goldfish, there's so many in there that they're not moving. They're all like still, right? First time I saw it, I thought it was a picture, but it was actually video. So anyway, long story short, they're like, hey, I don't think you guys thought this out because, it gets cold in New York. And things freeze up. Yes. So these things are not going to probably make it. However, they started a GoFundMe account right now to find out so they can move all these fish.
Say Go Fish.
Go Fish, that's awesome. $5,000 they've already raised because people from all over the country are donating
to save the goldfish.
Couldn't go to something else.
Right, exactly.
To fix the fire hydrant?
First off, they're going to have to take the fish out, move them to a place. They need to hit the fire hydrant needs to be fixed because, like I said, it's leaking out and everything. That's what they should have done. And the city doesn't know what to do. And they're also trying to say, hey, this is a protected area because now there's fish in there.
It's wildlife protection.
Right. What's going to happen is somebody's going to come by and then hopefully they'll spend that money and then they'll wind up. They have cameras on it so that nobody messes with the fish.
The goldfish camera.
What they should have done is just put a toilet right next to it and then it could just, one into the other.
It would cut out the middleman, right?
What happens when someone's house is on fire and they need a fire hydrant?
Hopefully the fish are going to be in the fire. Let it is.
Wow, okay.
We'll see.
Interesting. As NASA continues to work toward returning astronauts to the moon, some experts say the lunar landscape needs its own time zone. Scientists say time ticks by faster on the moon compared to Earth. The difference is very small, but space flights and satellites rely on the extreme precision. The idea for a new time zone for the moon is all about ensuring the successful coordination of future missions and, of course, space travel. For those doing the math at home, moon time passes 56 microseconds faster than a typical Earth day. As a result, an atomic clock on Earth would run at a different rate than an atomic clock on the moon.
That's interesting about that. I mean, and there is going to have to be, because if we colonize it, we're going to have some new law. And then who is in control of it? It's going to be a sovereign nation and that sort of thing. You kind of wonder, is it going to be Florida adjacent, or what?
We're going to have a Florida moon man?
Florida moon man, right. Right. So you think about that.
Dune buggy with a Confederate flag on the hood or something.
You know what stinks about
happen.
If you went to the moon right now, if you think about it, this is completely American. It's nothing but American trash if you think about it. That's all up there. Because we go up there and we just leave stuff there. And, we've
There's some Chinese stuff on the backside.
Well, but it's all trash.
That's true. Yeah, it's all
junk. It's just because what are they going to do with it? Because they can't bring it back. So that's what we do as human beings.
So we trash Earth and then we go to the moon and we'll just trash that and then we'll go to Mars and we'll
Maybe we should think about that before time zones.
Flying up there, you're just going to run into a bunch of Starlink satellites as you knock into those trying to get there anyway. So.
That
what
elevator.
if we take a bowl of goldfish to the moon and see how they work out?
You just see them floating around.
Yeah.
I bet you somebody has already probably done something like that. I don't know. If you think about it, there is a whole, matter of fact, they just did some mining on the other side of the moon. I believe China might have done it since you mentioned that. And they have found that the materials that are in there obviously shows at some time there was some oxygen that could possibly do that. So they're finding more and more things about the moon. Who knows exactly how long it'll be before we're actually living there? It might be quite some time.
I'll stay. I'll stay right here.
Stay right here. And matter of fact, if while you're here, why not check out our website? It's always waiting for you at dailyflashshow.com. Lots of cool stuff on there.
Yeah. In fact, if you've got a question or you see something on the show that you like, we love for you to sound off, and you can reach out to us on the website.
It's really simple.